and welcome to another booktube video from me, Lauren, from Lauren and the Books, and I have another Christmas jumper on and I'm standing up to show you because I don't want this to go to waste. It's got a polar bear on it. Now I've got to sit back down on this thing without falling over. There we go. Today I'm going to be talking about a Christmas bookish gift guide. So if you have people in your lives that you would like to buy bookish gifts, then I think this is probably going to help you out a wee little tiny bit. Or if you're looking for things that you would like for Christmas and you like books, then this might help you as well. So I'm going to get started. I could really do with my table and chair set up at the moment because I've got some heavy books I need to pick up and I'm on a tiny little chair and two pillows and I'm like surfing a little bit. So I'm going to get started. The first book I've got here is The Novel Cure, an A to Z of Literary Remedies by Ella Berthoud and Susan Elderkin. So this cost me, I mean here it says on the back £17.99, but this cost me £4 on the Book People. I'm not sure if it's still on there, but this is the lovely, lovely book for people who love reading. I mean, first of all, it's a beautiful book. Before I even tell you what it's about, it's a beautiful book. It's grey with beautiful bright font on it and on the side, and then the end papers are this luminous orange. So this is a book. It's not a novel. It's a book that if you like reading or if you're feeling a certain way in life, then you can look in this book and find books that you can read to help you. So it's a bit of a novelty gift. I'm not sure how much you'd actually stick to it, but it's a lovely, lovely book to flick through and think, oh yeah, I've read that. So I will just take an example, for instance. So if I look through here, I can look and see if I am looking at being 80 something, then I can look up and there is a list here of 10 books that I can look at that also relate to being 80. I can do it again. In other words, the 10 best novels to turn your partner, who is male, onto fiction, gives you 10 here. The 10 best novels to turn your partner, female, onto fiction, gives 10 novels here. And it's just lovely. The 10 best novels for sci-fi beginners. I should look at this because I've just read a sci-fi book and I want to read some of these. I'm just having a look and see any I've read here. So The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, tick, I've read. The Year of the Flood, tick, I've read. The Drowned World by J.G. Ballard, haven't read. Neuromancer, haven't read. Brave New World, haven't read. Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro, have read. Wrinkle in Time, The Left Hand of Darkness, at 1984, have read War of the Worlds, I think I did at school, and The Chrysalids by John Wyndham. So yeah, it's just a really great book for people who love reading, who you've sort of thought, well, do they own that book? Oh, I don't know whether to buy them that. This is a book that they probably don't own, and it's just great. It's just a really, really nice, beautiful book as a gift. So the next present I've got is I've got a set of them, and I'm going to show you some that I've got. So excuse me while I go down here. So what I have here are a selection of the Penguin cloth-bound classics. So I have 7 of these. I will show you all individually. But these, I believe, are around £14.99. I've never actually bought myself one. They've already been bought as gifts. So I get one of these, lovely, off my sister for birthday and Christmas. And my boyfriend's mother has started buying these for me for Christmas as well. And David got me one for my birthday last year. So these are absolutely beautiful. They're cloth-bound classics of the Penguin, they're cloth-bound penguins of the classic novels. So this is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott, which is brown with the pink scissors on it. This is Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence, which is a sort of orange with scarlet. I believe they look like phoenixes to me, Harry Potter. Then I've got Oliver Twist, which is the one I just got for my birthday, by Charles Dickens, which is cream with the green clocks on it, green stopwatches. Then I've got A Christmas Carol and Other Christmas Writings. This is so light compared to the other ones, they're really big, by Charles Dickens, and this is white with the navy snowflakes on. Then Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, which is great with the navy human hearts on. Then Wuthering Heights, which is a sort of dark, like almost a grey, it's like a grey-blue with the thistles on, Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, which is light blue with the pink flowers on. Now, these are beautiful, and they do hundreds of them. I made a list because I only had one Charles Dickens one, so my sister's got me another, and there's a few more I want. But they're just beautiful gifts, and I think any reader would appreciate owning one of these, even if they're not a big fan of the classics. If you are thinking of buying these for someone and think, oh, well, I don't know if they'll look like the classics, I don't know what they've read, a good place to start is Frankenstein, because it's quite an easy read for a classic, and it's also sort of like unisex, I guess. It could appeal to both people, and that is this one here. It's also a really, really cool cover. So yeah, I just think they're really beautiful books to own, and like if somebody's looking to start a collection of something, then this is a great place to start because I absolutely adore these. At the moment I've got my my bookshelf sort of in colour order, so these are scattered all over the place, but I'd love to eventually have a shelf of all of these just looking beautiful. Okay, the next set is also a set of books that I got my first one for my birthday. A few of these things will have been in my birthday haul. I got a few of these for my birthday. I've actually got one out from the library at the moment, and that is the Persephone books. So there's a shop in London called Persephone Books that sell these beautiful grey covered books that have beautiful end papers with a matching bookmarks. I said I needed those in stocking fillers. And these are written by lesser known authors, predominantly female authors. This one I've got here is The Wise Virgins by Leonard Woolf, who is Virginia Woolf's husband. It says here number 43 on the back, and the other one I've got is number 21, so they must obviously be a rather large set of them, but they are just gorgeous books. So I think if you go to the shop, and I've only heard this through watching another booktuber's video, they are £15 each, or 3 for £30. So I'm not sure what the price is like on the website, but it's definitely worth a look. They're just absolutely gorgeous. That's the one I've got. I've got here Miss Pettigrew Lives for a Day by Winifred Watson, and this is, I got this out from the library, and the end papers are just like this as well. I mean, they're just beautiful books, and I just think on a shelf, if you wanted to start buying something to as like a collection, these just look gorgeous next to each other. So that's another good idea. They're all good ideas. The next one I've got is a book that I read earlier this year, and again this is a book for people who love reading. So this is a book called Reading the World, Confessions of a Literary Explorer by Anne Morgan. And this is a book about a woman who decided that she wanted to read a piece of literature from every country in the world. This wasn't what I expected it to be at all, but nevertheless I really, really enjoyed it. It's a beautiful, beautiful hardback book. The cover is lovely. The end papers, I feel like all I ever do is go on about end papers, but honestly I love them. Is a picture of each book that she read from each country, and it just shows the history of reading and printing books in the countries that she wants to talk about. So these are going to be like really obvious countries like the UK, for instance, United States, countries in Europe, to really small countries that I had never even heard of, and countries that sometimes don't even have any literature in print. And it's just a really interesting look into what literature's like in other countries. I thought it was going to be laid out like, this country, I read this book and I really liked it, but it's not like that at all. And I think it's a great read for people who love reading and love to know more what's going on in the world in terms of their sort of like literature. So that was really interesting, and non-fiction thought would be, and it just sort of suits everyone really who enjoys reading. The next two are sort of more towards the children's book side of things, but I definitely think that any adult would enjoy these if they are normal adults. So the first one is The Jolly Christmas Postman by Janet and Alan Allberg. So this is a book that when I was younger was sort of, if I went to somebody's house and they had it, I'd be like, I'm just going to sit here and look at this because this is amazing. It's also, I'd never owned it when I was younger, and my boyfriend bought it for me last birthday, which was actually a childhood dream coming true for me. So for those that don't know, it follows the story of the Jolly Christmas Postman on his letter rounds, delivering letters to everybody throughout fairy tale land. So here is the first one here, which is To Baby Bear at the Four Bears Cottage, The Woods, and it's all written in a beautiful poem as you go. And then each single letter that is delivered, I won't show you the first one, each single letter delivered, there's one to Red Riding Hood, has an envelope, and in that envelope there is something in there. So for instance, this letter to Humpty Dumpty has a Humpty Dumpty jigsaw that you can actually do. Yeah. And it is just an absolute delight to own. I think any kid would absolutely adore this. I think any adult with a kid would absolutely adore this because they can then read it to their children. This says £12.99 on the back, and I believe that is the cost price that my boyfriend bought it for me. And he got this in Waterstones, but you can get this anywhere, and it's just an absolute beauty, and you really won't regret buying it, I promise. And then the last book is a book that I got for my birthday this year, and I've seen it on loads and loads of people's gift guides and loads of people's book hauls at the moment because it's just so popular, and that is J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the hardback illustrated edition, and this is just beautiful. For anyone who's read Harry Potter and loves it, they will love this. For anyone who hasn't read Harry Potter, this is a great place to start because you can read it sort of as a family. It's got pictures. It's just a beautiful, beautiful book, and I just cannot wait to read it. I really cannot, and I'm trying to hold off until January because I've got so much Christmas reading to do this month, but I just can't wait to read it. So those are my Christmas gifts for my Christmas gift guide. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, as I said in the stocking fillers video, it's a bit different to anything I've done before, so I hope it was okay. If you've got any Christmas gifts that you're hoping to get in your Christmas gift haul, then please comment below and let me know what you're hoping to get for Christmas. If you own any of these books or got them as a gift, then I'd love to hear from you. If you think you know any other gifts that are great if you think you know any other books that are great gifts, then I'd also love to hear from you. And if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to subscribe and see more of this gear, then do, and I will see you all tomorrow with another video because Vlogmas is carrying on. Goodbye!